Hey guys, welcome back to the Chaotic Kids channel. My name is Michelle. I'm the indie author of 6 published works, and today we are going to be doing a weekly vlog, which I feel like we haven't done in a very, very long time. But we're going to start one today, so let's get into it. Guys, today is the 30th of December. It is a Monday, and I can't believe we're already almost into 2025. It sounds so surreal. And I was also thinking today, I was doing some thinking, and I was like, wow, it's been one full year since I published book 2 of Bugztopia, but also it's only been like a year and a half, really, since, not even half, a year and 3 months since I published the very first book in Bugztopia. And it's just like weird to think of it like that. Like it's been, like I've done it so quickly. And that's honestly how I wanted it to be with Bugztopia, is I want to be released quickly, but I'm having a multiple season long book, like there's going to be multiple seasons to it. But I'm just thinking like, wow, it's been a year since I published. And yeah, it feels so weird. And like I must have told you guys my plans for 2025. But like my main priority for 2025 is to re-release the season 1, which is these books here, which I'm just gonna whip it out because I like showing people. This is what season 1 of Bugztopia is gonna look like with the remodeling of it in May. But yeah, this is what book 1 right now looks like this. I was never a big fan of it. It just got me to what I needed. I just needed to do something to get it to feel like I was doing something. But now I am going to change it into this cover, and I like this cover a lot more. But I'm just like, it took me a year to get all those books out, and it's taking me year number 2 to re-release them and under a new cover and under an LLC, and I'm just like, that is craziness. But yeah, I'm just really excited. I think 2025 is going to be a really, really good year for me. I was going to say I have started off on a wrong foot, but realistically I haven't even started the 2025 yet, so I can't say I started on the wrong foot. But yeah, so my main goal this year is to work on 2025, to release book 6, re-release books 1 through 6 of Bugztopia, release the omnibus, start publishing season 2, which will be books 7 through 12, and then doing a lot of writing. I'm like a little scared of how much writing I've got planned and how like what I've all got planned for this year. Just because I am somebody who has alters, and each alter has a project that they would like to work on. And I was doing some thinking back to I have kept all my old journaling notebooks, and I was just looking at when I started writing books, and like I started writing Maris's book back in 2023, I think. Or it was either 2023 or 2022. I started writing that originally. Didn't know about Maris, but like that was my first time of like writing in the Milo Che series. And I don't know, I'm like really doing something. I'm like, it feels so weird to think like back then it wasn't Maris's book, it was still MK's book. Which MK was my original pen name before I did a whole rebrand of myself. And it's just like things have changed so much in the last year, such as happened in the last 5 years. Because ever since I graduated high school in 2019, like my life has just been chaotic. But like everything's changed. So much has changed. Like I've got a house. I had to stop working for a while, and I ended up moving with my brother. I'm moving back into my own house and stuff like that. Like everything, it just feels like it has been a crazy 5 years. And I'm just like, I really want my life to finally settle a little bit because I want stability, which is also my word of the year. Is like I want like stability. Stability is what I'm really striving for this year. Is to just be like, come like not necessarily come to terms with what I've got, but like also just be like finding a mellow place where I can just stay for a little bit, not have to worry so much about like I don't even know, just like not worrying so much about every minute detail and just like finding stability. Like finding stability with finances, finding stability with my writing, and just like the core essence of who I am. And like finding stability with me and my alters, because we get in arguments quite a bit. And it's alarming. And there's a lot of bad talking. But like, it's just stuff that we need to work on, you know? But yeah. So that's what 2025 is. Like, 2025 is going to be a year of stability. Yeah. But like I said, this is supposed to be a writing vlog, and I've been talking for 5 minutes. So my game plan for this week is to work on draft 2 of book 13. So this is just the reread of it, getting it, adding some details and stuff, but really getting acquainted with the story. Then in 2 weeks, we'll do draft 3, which will be a more in-depth edit of it. Even though I do have to realize, like, these, I feel like especially in these later books, especially this one, because, like, it was one that I wrote, I think back in, like, October, maybe? No, I think back in August I wrote book 13. So it's a lot more polished than it was, like, my original books that I had to edit it for. But so I'm editing book 13. I'm needing to get book 3 with this new cover, new new formatting and stuff. I need to get book 3 of this formatted and stuff so I can get a proof copy of that, and also get a proof copy of book 2, and then do some writing. I'm either going to be writing book 16 in Bugztopia or working on Grace's and Maris's projects for our fantasy and contemporary and Christian and stuff like that. So yeah, we've got a busy week. I've already done some editing today. I worked on book 13. I'm at chapter 7. Sorry, my eyeball itches. I'm on chapter 7 of book 13. I'm at like 14,000. I'm almost at 15,000 words in the story, which each book is like 15 to 17,000, like roughly 17 to 20,000 words. Maybe 15. I don't know. I haven't really done the calculations, but it's in that like late teens time. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. I will update you guys when I have something else to update you on, or I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye. Hey guys, today is Tuesday the 31st. I was going to say 21st, it's not the 21st. I didn't realize today was the 31st of December until somebody at work today was like, oh, you got any plans for tonight? And I was like, tonight? What's so special about tonight? And then I was like, oh, yeah, it is kind of the 31st going into the new year. But I'm like, no, I don't do anything fun for that. And she was like, she's kind of disappointed. Well, not disappointed, but she was like, you should do stuff. You're still pretty young. And I was like, I'm sorry. My body is like, I have to be on a strict regimen just because my body doesn't like not being on this regiment. And like the regiment is like going to bed at 8, waking up at what was supposed to be 7, ended up being 9:30 this morning. But like I just had like a regiment that I need to follow because like if I stayed up until midnight, I would really need to stay in bed for a while. And I don't know, I'm just, whole sleep routine is very important to me. But yeah, so I went into work today. I wasn't really supposed to go into work, but there was only one person there to do laundry and housekeeping, so I went in to help. Which realistically, whenever I got there, she was already done with all of this stuff except for laundry. So she left, and I just stuck around. I worked until I think I worked like 3 hours, which is actually way better than I've been doing the last several days. Well, several months actually. Like I've really only been able to like last maybe like 2.5 hours tops. But for some reason today I was able to make it to the three. Um, I do have to say today I feel really good. I don't know what it is, but like I feel really, really good. It might have something to do with like the fact that I got like a really good night's sleep, and like because I tell you guys like I go to bed at like 8 o'clock, so think like 8:30 9 o'clock is when I actually sleep, and then at 7:30 at 7 my alarm went off, and then at 7:30 it went off again. I turned them both off, and then I didn't wake up until 9:30. Like it was like apparently I just needed sleep. It's either that or I am depressed and this is my body telling me like, hey, you need to catch up with yourself kind of thing. I don't know. But today has been a really, really good day. And so I worked a little bit on book 13 of Bugztopia. I also, while I was at work, I was thinking about book 16 of the Bugztopia series because I started it and I had like 3,000 words in the story and I was like, this just doesn't feel right. I wasn't confident in the intro, like the first chapter. So I was like, okay, I just need to rewrite this. So that's what I'm actually going to be doing probably tomorrow, not today. I don't know. But I just want to I might do some writing. I might just sit here and just watch YouTube for a while. But I'm going to restart book 16 to get what I want to be accomplished. Um, yeah, I've done some brainstorming. Today has just really been a good day. I'm going to take it that it's the start of a new year, start of a new quarter. Everything's just falling into place. It just takes me a little bit to fall into place. But that's all I've got to say, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye. Hey guys, today is January 1st. It is the start of 2025, and it's the start of a new year. I can't really say much else. It's the start of the new year. So I just got done editing book 13, draft 2 of... Didn't I say book 13? I don't know anymore. I'm tired. I don't even know why I'm tired. Like, I got up like an hour ago, but I still feel tired. But so far this week, I've added about 1,000 words worth of writing, or editing in this case. So the rest of this week, I think this week and next week I'll be writing mostly. Yeah, because the next time I'll have to work on draft 3 of book 13, I'll do that the week of the 12th. So for the rest of this time, I get to do some writing for draft. Well, for book 16. Right? It's book 16? Yeah. Book 16 in the Bugztopia series. This is book 2 in the season 3 book series. Yeah, I'm sorry, right now I'm really tired. I don't even know why. I think I'm just drained. I don't know. But yesterday at work, I did some brainstorming about book 16, I mean. Because I didn't like the angle that I was taking it to begin with, so I'm gonna restart it, which I had 3,000 words in it. I just decided to restart it to hopefully get it to be what I want it to be. Yeah. I'm also thinking about book 13 and book 14 because I don't know what to do marketing wise with those two, because they're part of the full series, and if you don't have them in there, it's weird. But I just don't know how to market it because I don't believe it goes in season 2 because it's not following Officer Bug and Officer Ryan anymore, but it's also not following Officer Renee and Officer Francis anymore. So I just called it I'm calling it season 2.5, and I'm thinking about how I'm gonna orchestrate this whole thing, just because I'm I want to I don't know, give it a nice break almost. So, like, I don't have calendars with me right now, but just kind of work with me. So, like, I'm planning on start releasing books, season 2, which is books 7 through 12, in September of 2025, so this year. Well, it's this year already. But anyway, so from September till October of 2026, I will be releasing Bugztopia books 7 through 12. That is going to be the same release schedule as the last several books that I've been having. For, like, same release that I had for season 1, before the re-release. And then I was planning on doing books 13 and 14 in, I think it's 2027 now? Yeah, so release those 2 in 2027. And then whatever this season 3, however many long books this is going to be, from September until October to December of 2020, 2028 and 2029. Oh my gosh. Thinking about all these dates, I'm like, wow, this series is never gonna end. And, like, you know, I know going into it that Bugztopia was a long series. I just don't think I realized how long it was and how, like, massive this world is. And, like, I know I could probably, like, I can't really release them faster because otherwise I'd get burned out. And obviously I don't want to get burned out on a series that I think has great potential. And, like, if I get burned out on one series, I might get burned out on all my books, and I'm like, I don't want to get burned out on all my books, you know? Like, writing is my happy place, and I don't want it to be, like, resulted in something bad, you know? Like, I don't want it to just go back to being a dark time for me, so I'm like, I need to pace myself out. But I'm like, oh my gosh. Bugztopia is going to take me a gazillion years to publish all the way. Then I'm trying to also write Grace's books, and I'm also trying to write Maris's books, and I'm just like, when am I going to have time? When am I going to have time to write all these books? And when am I going to have time to publish all these books? I don't know. Like, my biggest fear, this is, like, weird to say because I'm only 24, but I'm like, my biggest fear, like, this is not a biggest fear, it's gonna probably happen, is I'm gonna die before all my books can be released and be finished, and I'm just like, I don't want that to happen. But it's a very real thing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I don't want this. You know, and, like, me thinking, like, I know there's some authors who are, like, 40, 50, something like that, you know? And I'm just like, I'm glad I started writing at the point that I did. So, like, I started writing back in 2019 when I was 19. Like, I'm glad I did that. But the other part of me is like, wow, this is gonna be how I die. Like, I'm gonna be writing books when I die. Again, this is a super dark topic to talk about, but, like, I just don't think I realized, like, my life has been writing for so long, and, like, I have no plans of stopping writing, but, you know, like, there's a point when I'm like, I don't necessarily want to have a family, but I'm like, if I do have a family, am I just going to put my books aside, like, I say this not as, like, a rude or judgmental way, but, like, I feel like some authors who start families, like, put their writing aside, especially in the first year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. But once they start, like, going to daycare and stuff, that's whenever they start going back to regular writing. But I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, and, like, I know it's different because you're taking care of a child. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm like, I'm just having this realization about my life, and I'm a little terrified by it. Just a little bit. And, like, I'm just thinking about so much stuff right now. It's alarming. I'm thinking about finances. I'm thinking about life. I'm thinking about all this. And I'm just so... It's putting me in like a depression state. But I'm like, also, I've been kind of in a depression state for a while now because I live in depression. Sounds totally morbid, but you know, I live in depression. My life is depression. Um, I don't know what this clip is. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits on today and just watch YouTube and just kind of not think about things. But yeah, we'll see you guys later, okay? Bye. Hey guys, today is the 2nd of January. I am going to close out today's vlog here. I know I say it's on the shorter side just because it's only 3 days worth of recordings. But also I don't really remember how much talking I did throughout this week. But I mostly wanted to close it out because I am going to be starting a new video for the starting point of book 16. So my game plan is today to start writing book 16 in the Bugztopia series. I started it at one point, got like 3,000 words in it, decided to delete all that and retry it. So that's what my game plan is. And I have like a week and a half of writing, like time that's not dedicated to edits or anything like that. So I'm like, I'm going to just fully dedicate it to just writing my book, and see how far I can get. I do know, like, I think I've talked to you guys about this before, but it's something very important to me. Like, I am somebody who has alters, and I have different personalities living inside me, I guess. So it's gonna probably be a challenge to see if I can work together to come together. Does that make sense? I don't know. But like, I know that Grace and Shelly would like to, I mean, not Grace and Shelly, Grace and Maris would like to write. And I also need to get book 3 done and finalized for Shelly, so I don't know. But that is all for next week's video. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, comment down below. I don't really know what else to say. This was a weird video. But next week, hopefully, I'll have a more consistent idea of what is going on and stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.